Week 14. We're already at week 14, and I'm already fucking up my entire picks slate. I've fallen into third place. I went 8-7 last week. Jamel and Danny both went 11-4, bringing our grand totals. Danny remains on top. And again, I am checking some of my favorite either local writers or national writers. And next week I'll have prepared some of the people that you're beating or are like right there with. But you're at 119, 74, and 2. We all have ties now. Do we count a tie as a loss, or we just include that in our record?
Well, we don't get the ties.
Whatever.
No, we don't get it, but we don't lose it. It's just a fucking tie. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, put him down. That's fair.
Jamel's at 111, 82, and 2. I'm in third place at 108, 85, and 2. So got some making up to do. You guys had a good week.
I really wish I didn't pick the Texans.
They played fine. Their defense was great. They just gave up 3 fucking defensive/special team touchdowns.
As we knew they would.
I mean, there's that one. I'd love the sliding door. And there's always, like every Chiefs game, I could pick their opponent. I could pick the field against the Chiefs every week. And I just,
You've only lost 3 times.
Yeah, my balls got scared. I couldn't do it.
It happens. All right, so quickly, week 14, the most buys out of any week somehow. We have 6 buy teams. The Falcons, Bears, Packers, Colts, Saints, and Commanders are all on buy. Jamel, how do you feel about the late buy for the C-Men?
I think I like it a lot. I mean, just because, this Chase Young situation feels favorable this time around. Usually I wouldn't like it. I don't like an early one. I don't like a late one. Best time to have a buy is right in the middle. But this is good.
Yeah, I think the latest one. I don't think we give a shit about any of these other teams that are on bye. I guess the Packers are slightly frisky. They're not like fully dead yet.
Quarterback is a Nazi next.
I know, but he's a back-to-back MVP, Super Bowl MVP Nazi. So
they're all out of the playoffs. It's actually working out very hilariously that besides the Commanders, every other team on bye is bullshit.
The Packers are not dead yet. I fear that they're not dead yet. Okay. Thursday night football. Raiders at Rams. Here's the Rams primetime. Dude, they have 4 more primetime games. All right. I don't know what you guys want to talk about here. This game sucks.
They're starting Baker fresh off the street. I mean, they're like, they just basically gave him a call and was like, hey, do you want to just wear John Wolford's jersey out there? I mean, they don't even have a private jet for this guy. They're calling him a lift. It's not going to, from Carolina. No. Yes. It's all a bunch of bullshit. Give me the Raiders, who are hot right now. Hot.
They are hot.
Yeah. They made Baker fly Southwest. No. Yeah.
I think we all have the Raiders in this game, Jamel.
Yeah, I gotta take the Raiders. They're hot.
One Raiders note. Josh Jacobs seems like he's going to win the NFL rushing title. I don't know if this is on anybody else's radar, but he has 1,303. Nick Chubb has 1,119. So Jacobs is almost 200 yards ahead of the second place guy. Derrick Henry is 100 yards behind Chubb. So it looks like Josh Jacobs is going to win the rushing title, which is interesting. He's just had a few big weeks in a row.
Good for him. I can't wait to see him in a chunky soup head.
Mm-hmm. Sunday morning games, Jets at Bills. This is a fun one. AFC East. Mike White the Jets should have won that game, as Danny was saying earlier. That was actually a very entertaining game. I know, Jamel, you would have rather been watching the Commanders-Giants game.
It was good.
But it was a good game.
Did watch it. Yeah, it was.
The Jets had so many chances to validate my pick of them against the Vikings, which would have vaulted me even further into the lead. Not that I'm sweating that, because it's basically as over as the Packers season. I need the Bills to lose. I need the Bills to lose just 1 out of the last 5 games, because we're not going to. It could be this one. It feels possible because the Jets won the last one. That was in New York.
Yep.
The Bills are a little bit feistier. The Jets are a little less feisty. They're feisty, but They don't have that air of optimism that they had. I'm gonna just take the Bills to protect my picks. But mark my words, the Bills will lose one of these games. One of these Pats, the Bengals obviously could beat them. Somebody take them. The Bears, somebody take it on. Beat these Bills.
I'm taking the Bills because life is about bills. Bills, bills, bills. Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bills? I got internet bills. I got a girlfriend bill.
I don't
Automobiles.
think you do. Sorry.
I was telling my lady, I was like, would it be cute if when you asked me to pay for some trip that was your idea, like if I got you like a cute letterhead and it looked like Spectrum, but it was like it said like girlfriend net, and then like I get a little letter in the mail and it says like, oh yeah, you owe me $200 for this trip we just took.
Oh, Jamel, I love you learning about these long-term relationships as we get to just sit here and watch and enjoy.
I'm not learning; it's just happening again.
You're learning, but you're older now. It's actually more serious just by definition of both of your ages.
That's fair.
I love watching it.
I have the Bills as well. I want the Jets. I like the Jets. The Jets seems very interesting to me. I remember Robert Saleh talking about receipts when they started like 0-2 or something, when we were all laughing at them. And now they're a respectable, good team that's probably going to make the playoffs. Good for the Jets. Hopefully they get in. Okay. Browns at Bengals. The battle for Ohio.
Here it is.
Deshaun Watson in Cincy.
The place where he spiritually belongs.
Yeah, it does feel right. You know, he was awful in that game. I think we talked about it a little bit, but he threw for like 100 yards. The Browns didn't have a single offensive touchdown. It was all special teams and defense. They should have lost that game to the Texans.
Yeah.
They're really bad.
I thought, wow. I was like 28 points. None of them were on offense. I didn't watch,
None.
obviously.
27-14. It was so 27 of them. But either way, I don't know if that's rust or if he just sucks or if this whole thing has ruined his life or what's going on. But
he hasn't played in 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. Right. I mean, that's really it. And honestly, like he's not going to be that good right off of the bat, no matter what. But he's also never been a top 5 quarterback. Maybe one season he was top 5. He's
in 2020, he had the most passing yards in the league. Kind of bad Texans team.
He was never that awesome. And now he's going to get the humiliation that he deserves. The humiliation that he doled out to so many women is going to be brought upon him by the Bengals' unfortunately very good defense. Yeah. And Joe Burrow is going to just throw it wild on the shitty Browns defense as well. So yeah, Bengals I'm tempted to 40 burger it just because I have so much of a lead here.
Oh.
In fact, let's go ahead. And burger that shit.
Wow, Mr. Burger?
Burger
Line
time.
One?
Burger
time
baby.
Records? Nah, I'm just gonna regular pick the Bengals.
Danny, I know you just acknowledged that their defense is good. Who would you rather play in the AFC Championship game, Bengals or Bills?
Bills, easily. My worry is not that we're not capable of beating the Bengals or that we're not better than the Bengals. I feel like our defense is worse, but our offense is clearly better. That said, the mental thing of losing 3 straight games, I don't like that. I don't like the feeling that they might have that they own us. Even though they don't, no man owns another man. That's what our Constitution is all about. But I don't like it. The Bills, we have that edge. So give me the Bills any day of the week.
Okay. Even if it's in Buffalo, you don't give a shit?
Anywhere you want to go, Josh Allen, we will come and find you.
Okay. Well, we're all Bengals across the board there. Danny has the 40 burger. One sentence game is next. Texans at Cowboys. The battle for Texas.
I'm actually mad at myself for not 40 burgering this one. Also, you can only really do one a week.
So you can only do one a week, and I'll go ahead and take that. Give me a little burg,
right.
Cowboys burg. Berg me, Blazer.
That's a good burger. This is home of the good burger.
Like I said, the Texans defense wasn't bad last week. So, I'd be impressed if the Cowboys put up 40 on this team.
They put up 54 on the fucking
I know.
Colts.
That was the floodgates opened in the fourth quarter. I have the Cowboys as well. I would really love if they dropped one of their next 5 games also, so we can kind of exhale a bit, because the Eagles have to keep winning. It's not, the number 1 seed is not locked in yet. The Cowboys think they can win it. They're courting Odell Beckham Jr. They're still trying to get their team better.
Yeah, get another wide receiver to prop up Hurts's MVP numbers. You guys are pathetic.
No, we're not getting Odell Beckham Jr.
Well, you should. You might as well. You've done all the rest of the stuff you need to do to.
What else have we done? The team's homegrown except for AJ Brown.
Get out of here. You
get out of here.
Anybody who's gotten Ndamukong Suh is trying to buy a championship. It's
the defensive line is full of some mercenaries. I'm not going to say they're not.
I'd love to buy a championship, to be quite honest.
But look at the Eagles' offense. That's pretty much homegrown.
Is Daniel Snyder liquid enough to buy anything?
No, because he's invested in Top Gun 3.
Okay. Vikings at Lions. Great game. Crazily enough, NFC North, the Lions have won 4 of their past 5. They're going to enter the wild card conversation if they win this game, which I think they do. Give me the Lions.
It is pretty hot and tempting to do it.
Jamel's got their Dante Culpepper jersey on and can't even pick the Vikings.
I'm picking the Vikings because I'm wearing the jersey. Get your roll on.
This is so hard. It's really hard. I love the Lions. I love what they're up to. They're throwing it around. Amon-Ra St. Brown is a killer stud. He's on my fantasy team. He's the only good part of my fantasy team anymore. Going against Jamel, though, you can't lose these precious pick points for Jamel.
Do it.
Give me the Lions. I'm a fucking gamer.
Ooh, God damn it. This is the game of the month now.
It's a big one. Okay, next up, Eagles at Giants. Giants coming off a tie, which is kind of a win for them because they were the worst team in that game. The Commanders should have won that game.
Yes, for sure. And the fact that we also didn't blow it, I love the tie. It was my favorite tie to watch. Straight up. Dude, the way they ended the actual regulation, we got the ball back with 1:20 and 3 timeouts and didn't do shit with it. For us to not lose that game after that, I got to take it.
I feel a little less pumped about Heineke after that game, but I agree that you guys.
I'm glad you see that how regular this fool is.
He makes big plays down the stretch, but for 50 minutes of the game, he's ass.
And it's also by a nut hair, bro. Every one of his balls is about to get tipped or should have been picked.
It's true.
I would say he's more mid than ass, but I agree that he's not fair. A winning quarterback. But
ass could be mid. Ass can be mid.
All right, I'm not familiar with these terms. I throw them out willy-nilly once I see a few people say them on the internet.
Oh, you had some mid-ass before. You lived in New York, you know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's. I wish it could be mid. Give me the Eagles. Obs.
Yeah, give me the Eagles too. Guys, can we delight in that Titans beatdown?
No.
No, we can't delight in it? Can
I mean, it was pretty funny to just see the GM get fired.
And flipped off and harassed in Philly.
Yeah.
Vrabel,
you get harassed, then fired.
Vrabel knows how to play. He is a good coach who game plans based on previous experiences with teams. He's been better at coaching against us every time we played him. It happens with experience. He plays you guys once and never. So, that's why you got the best of him this time. Play him again 3 seasons in a row. See what happens.
I mean, that's fine. I just heard how the Titans were so physical and, the Commanders push us around a little bit and the Colts kind of did too. It feels like we solved that issue. So that makes me very happy.
It's all what I just said. Experience, styles, fights, blah, blah, blah. Anything but the Eagles being good.
We have the Eagles across the board there, unless Jamel wants to say Giants.
No, I'm okay. Eagles.
Okay, Ravens at Steelers. Lamar Jackson. It's a mystery. John Harbaugh said he could be out days or weeks.
He's out.
I mean,
He's
that's
1 to 3
different.
weeks.
Which is it?
1 to 3 weeks today is what came out. He said it's very unlikely that Lamar's starting this week. Tyler Huntley against the Steelers defense, also, much like
Coming
the
on.
Raiders who have picked the last couple weeks, hot. Give me the Steelers again. I'm going all hot teams.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta steal with it. This is not the game to try to pick up a fucking point on the gift card battle.
Yeah, I have the Steelers too. Danny and I are chalk so far, other than his 40 burger. But this is the Steelers Super Bowl. They're not going anywhere this year. They know that. Now they have an injured, wounded, hated Ravens team coming to Pittsburgh. This is it. Just win this game, and it's like not a total loss of a season. You can really fuck this Ravens team out of like their seeding. So, I expect Pittsburgh to come and play really hard. And I like Huntley, but I don't think he's as good as Lamar Jackson. So, yeah, Steelers. Jags at Titans. Back to the Titans.
I mean, we said what needed to be said, I think, about what the Titans bring. I would have loved to pick the Jags this week. I would have been all over this shit after the Titans just unceremoniously fired their GM, kind of admitting that they're not going to really go all the way this season. I feel like they can't beat the bigger teams. And so they're kind of trying to figure out where's the ouchie that we need to cover up with this Band-Aid. And so I guess they just decided it was personnel. I don't know. Maybe he probably also just touched someone's ass or something and they kicked him out, because that's what these guys are getting fired for. But I wanted to pick the Jags here. I would have, but they just fucking flattened themselves last week. They just showed up with just absolutely no fight, no heart, no cojones. And I don't think they have it. I don't think they have what's necessary to beat the Titans. So give me the Titans.
Yeah, tighten up. It's in Tennessee. We love to play down there.
Yeah, I'm going to go against the grain here. I'm going to go Jags. And for the reasons Danny said, I don't like the vibes. You're firing people. You're getting blown out. This doesn't feel like a good Titans December run. Feels like they suck right now. So I'm just going to ride that. I don't know where they're at. Okay, Sunday late games. Chiefs at Broncos. This is the first Chiefs Russell Wilson game, right?
Yeah, and you know what? I wouldn't even mind if we made it a one-sentence game, honestly. The next 5 games we got the Broncos, we got the Texans, we got the Raiders at the end of the season, we got the Seahawks, which might be something, and then we got the Broncos again. You could one-sentence the rest of the season. That's why I'm saying, like, just sim me forward to the playoffs when we probably will have the 1 seed if somebody helps us out against the Bills. Yeah, I mean, Russ is a joke. Their defense is good, but can't possibly be feeling any kind of soul anymore.
The Broncos didn't reach the red zone once last week against the Ravens. Not even once.
If we score 20 points, the game is over.
Are you going to be annoyed, though, when you guys win 19-10? Or you just, who gives a shit?
No, I mean, who gives a shit? We need to see some things, honestly. We need to see some stuff from our defense. Shore some stuff up. I'm sure Andy Reid will pop in some new pieces and try to see how they work. It's all about gearing up for the playoffs, so I don't care how we play the rest of the season.
Jamel?
Chiefs.
Le Chief.
Chiefs. Okay. Panthers at Seahawks. Panthers coming off a bye. Seahawks coming off a last-second win in Los Angeles. I'm going to lead this one. I'm going Panthers. They cut off the cancer that was Baker Mayfield. Sam Darnold.
Replaced it with the AIDS that is Sam Darnold.
I just don't buy the Seahawks thing yet. I think they're okay. Like, I don't know. Panthers are tough. The division's still in play, even though the Bucs fucking stole that game on Monday night. But give me the Panthers.
Give me the opposite, obviously.
Yeah, can't root for the Panthers in this spot. I like the Seahawks. I mean, it's Geno Smith. What better story is that? That's all you need to say. Geno Smith v. Sam Darnold. Who did you think was going to be the beloved comeback player of the year this season? I had no doubt it was going to be Geno Smith from day one.
Both, hey, disgraced Jets rivalry game? Former disgraced Jets quarterback revenge game against each other?
Yeah, why not?
That's pretty fun.
All right. You guys both have the Seahawks. I have the Panthers. Bucks at Niners. This is the most interesting game of the day to me. Because did Tom Brady recapture some magic? Are the Niners going to be okay with Brock Purdy? So many questions. We know how good the defenses are for both teams. I mean, specifically the Niners. I don't know. Are you as fascinated about this game as I am? I think this is... I mean, the Tom Brady could play quarterback for the Niners next season. That's in play. I know we talked about the Patriots, but they could court him. There's all sorts of shit in the background of this game. I'm picking the Niners, but not with confidence because I don't like this Brock Purdy thing one fucking bit.
I don't like it either. And if you're the Bucks, you're going to key in on this running game that the Niners have and try to make Brock Purdy beat you. With one game of scouting on this guy, I think you could probably have him figured out. You're not going to watch Tom Brady walk off the field and people are
a loser to Brock Purdy.
Yeah, you're not going to. He doesn't want those questions. He's in a playoff race. Give me the Bucks, man. Sorry, Niners fans. Sorry, Kungle.
Yeah, I must too take the Bunks. Wait, it's in San Francisco, huh?
It is.
It's in San Francisco.
Pelosi
Bucks
country.
coming off a Monday night game cross country to the Brock Purdy led 49ers.
Brock Purdy fest.
It's not going to be Purdy out there.
Mr. Irrelevant versus the GOAT. I mean, that is the storyline here. You couldn't have quarterbacks from two different fucking universes playing against each other.
Both late round picks, though.
Yeah, I mean, we know what Tom is now. We don't know what the fuck Purdy is.
Just saying.
Hey,
all right.
That's what I did. I just like their defense a lot. Tom Brady's old and fragile and sucks.
Take a shot at the champ.
This is an endorsement of Trent Williams more than anything.
Okay. We haven't mentioned his name that much this year. He's just been great. He hasn't almost died, so good on you, Trent Williams. Okay. Sunday night, Dolphins at Chargers. Danny, I'm going to say something that I think, are going to like. I fucking hate this Chargers team. They're so not fun to watch. I don't see any joy that they play with. I don't understand why they're in Los Angeles. Every year they're the preseason darlings. Every year they fucking suck. I think Herbert's interesting, but it's not enough to save them. I hate watching the Chargers. Truly, I really do.
I knew this from jump. I said it about the whole division, frankly, but definitely the Chargers. They'll make you believe with all their guys that they've got, but all they do is just get another year older, and it's just injury after injury. And they do not have a coach. They're in the Sean Payton sweepstakes right now. Dolphins, yeah. I feel like, they're still playing for the 1 seed. They're still trying to compete. They got their asses kicked by a better defense. Tua's not going to be able to handle a really good defense in the playoffs, but the Chargers don't have one. So give me the Dolphins.
Melly?
When I say the phrase bolts for butts, what does that mean to you?
It means butt.
To me, it means a fan is settling down in their section of SoFi Stadium. They sit down, they get a little shock, and then they look under their seat, and there's a nice little Chargers piece of memorabilia waiting there for them.
A joy buzzer?
Inside their ass.
Yes.
I'm taking the Chargers.
Oh.
I know.
I'm so against that. I'm going Dolphins 40 burger. Give me the Dolphins just absolutely taking out their rage on the Chargers. They just played the best defense in the league. Now they're playing the Chargers, who fucking suck.
I love it. This is the first time all season we got 3 burgers on the table.
It is. Hey,
finally, meals
stakes
for
are
everybody.
high. Yeah. All right. Monday Night Football. A steaming pile of garbage. Patriots at Cardinals. I'm going to take the Cardinals just because the Patriots have struggled with running quarterbacks this season. It seems like I looked at their schedule. Their losses are against running quarterbacks. So Cardinals.
This game is like those seasons of SNL with Robert Downey Jr. They're going to make this tape disappear.
Yes, they are. So bad.
Oh my God. Why? What? No. We got to pick this? Danny, you got to pick first, dude. I'm not doing it.
I'll say, I was about to go Pats, and then Dan said the thing about running quarterbacks, and I'm like, fuck it. Sure, that sounds right. Give me the Cards.
Yeah, I'm picking the Cardinals too.
Not even strategically trying to pick the Pats. I get it.
No, I mean, it's in Arizona. It's fine. Whatever.
Sure.
I went to Tucson once. I had fun.
They beat bad teams. That's where they're at.
Yeah, I think so too. This will be just a sloppy ass, disgusting game to watch. All right, let's move on to this week's mailbag. It's December, and we're getting some Santa Claus mail mixed in with our listener mail, mixed in with our Hanukkah mail, mixed in with any other type of religious holiday mail.
Mm-hmm.
So, Danny, I don't know which bag you're going to reach into, but pick a bag, reach in, and grab a letter.
I'm going to find this bag that has a super juicy bottom and go right down in there and grab a letter. This is interesting. This is from Drew Brees. Oh, I like that. Big in the
like
news this week. Let's see what it says. Hey guys, big fan of the show. And don't worry, I'm alive. The video of me getting hit by lightning was just a promo for a betting site. And that's why I'm writing in, because there was a backlash from a group of people who've been affected by lightning strikes, and they felt that this gag was tasteless and insensitive toward them. So to those folks, I say, you're right. And that was exactly the point. Truth is, I came up with this whole thing to make fun of you, because you're all a bunch of stupid clowns. All that stuff Kanye feels about Jews, I feel toward lightning strike survivors. Are you so dumb you can't help standing around a telephone pole during a thunderstorm? All my fans know I have a very deep relationship with Jesus Christ and his dad, the Lord Almighty. And if you were just bumbling down the street one day and a bolt of lightning shows up and snipes the shit out of you, it's pretty clear that those two were trying to send you a message. Think on your sins, get right with God, and bite my Super Bowl winning ass, you morons. Many blessings, Drew Brees.
Why did they do that? Why was that the stunt that now I want to go bet on the Saints because I saw Drew Brees get struck by lightning?
I don't know. It sounds like he just insisted on shitting on lightning strike.
Danny, you bring up Drew, you bring up a great point. It does seem like you're at least more than 0% at fault if you get struck by lightning, right?
Go in the house.
Like, there's just you're part of that equation. It's not just 100% the lightning's fault.
And most of the time I would say, yeah, it's been raining for a while too. Like, you shouldn't be out there.
There's thunder warning you.
Yeah.
Like, hey, lightning's coming.
There's systems in place. There's sirens and news reports. Everything that you can access is there to tell you. Your phone will pop up with an alert that just says, get in the fucking house, moron, and take the change out of your wallet.
Jamel, do you have a letter this week to read?
Yeah, I got a letter from none other than Tony Banks, writing in from the Green Hill School. He says, hey guys, what's up? I just listened to an advanced copy of the show, and don't worry about me, guys. My life is actually going great right now. I'm the head football coach at this school for diplomats' children with behavioral problems, and it is going great. Also, I don't think about my time in DC at all, man. So be it. Can you imagine me, the hottest thing in town? I'm owning Eastern Motors car dealership. I can't own a car dealership. I'm terrible with money. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Continue to do the show. I love listening. And I'm also enjoying the World Cup if you guys want to talk about some real football.
No, thanks.
That's just a little joke. Anyway, I gotta go now. Bye.
It's fun to end a letter like that.
Yeah. So, Jamel, I forgot that Tony Banks was your quarterback in 2001 during the Schottenheimer season.
The first quarterback to lose 5 straight games and then win 5 straight games.
Historic.
Might have never happened since.
He was a part of the Ravens Super Bowl team.
Yeah, he was.
Good days for Tony Banks.
Tony Banks had a run.
Okay. Hey, I got a letter here from a guy who's currently in the league. It's a letter from Brock Purdy.
Oh, wow.
It reads, hey guys, big fan of the show. I'm writing in to tell you that unfortunately, I won't have much time to listen anymore. I'm somehow the starting quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers, a team that still has Super Bowl hopes despite me being their quarterback. Between you guys and me, I'm very scared. I have to play Tom fucking Brady next week in my first ever start, and I think I'm going to poop my pants on the field. Now, if I poop my pants on the field, which is very likely to happen, then everybody's going to go ahead and call me Brock Poopy, and I can't go back to that.
Brock
the
Turdy?
Truth is,
Brock Turdy.
Brock Turdy. The truth is, I pooped my pants once in middle school, and I got teased so hard I had to move to Iowa and start a new life. So, do you guys have any advice on how to not poop your pants at work? Please share with me if you do. Signed Brock Purdy.
Block Purdy.
Block Party.
Purdy.
Ooh.
So he did ask a question. Jamel, do you have any advice on how to not poop your pants at work?
Well, one thing I would say is make sure your nasal cavities are good. You're gonna make sure you're not gonna sneeze randomly. You know what I'm saying? Claritin, Flonase, Mucinex, just whatever it takes. Yeah, whatever it takes to keep those passages clear. Because once you start sneezing, them things gonna start squeezing.
Is there such a thing as Kegels for your ass? Also, tighten.
Probably.
Oh, so throughout the week, kind of get your ass used to tightening and untightening.
Muscle up back there.
And they got underwear for that now, man. You can have preemptive shitty drawers underwear.
But if somebody pulls down your pants a little bit and reveals a diaper, I mean, I think it's just
who's going to be pulling down your pants?
Sometimes it happens.
Yeah, defensive lineman.
Yeah, that's
trying
true.
to grab you when you're
sacked.
trying to scramble. Yeah.
Oh, right. So
now he's Brock Diaper.
I'm pretty sure that Big Ben was wearing an adult diaper the last few seasons in Pittsburgh.
The name of the show is Brock Diaper, in case you were wondering.
Danny, final thoughts on the week.
I just can't believe we made it through an entire show without even bringing up Antonio Brown's standoff with the police.
What's become of that?
Did that even end? I don't know. As far as I know, and the news has informed me, he is still in that house with cops surrounding the place, and it's been almost a week. I mean, I hope he gets help, but I also kind of hope he just gets what's coming to him. Fuck him.
I miss the old days where all he did was jerk off in a pool in front of all the guests at a hotel.
This like the
innocent days,
like 2 months ago days.
Yeah, that's your great point. I don't know how the hell we missed that one. Jamel, final thoughts.
I'm really loving this season. I'm loving the amount of ties that have taken place this season. Yeah. Week 17 is going to be a fucking mess. And I'm glad that my team is a part of it. The cross between teams resting guys and teams needing to win is going to be so fucked up, especially in the NFC. I can't wait to see the Lions playing meaningful football in January, no matter if they win or lose this week. You're welcome. And I'm sorry, too, I think as well.
Well, okay. My final thought is I'm sorry as well.
Yeah, excuse me.
Oh, that's okay. That's quite all right. I'll just make something up. I think like we started the show with Jalen Hurts MVP campaign. I've never had an MVP in my life. I would love to see it. It feels like it's kind of happening.
Everybody doesn't get MVPs, Dan.
Yeah,
I don't
I
got
know.
no
There's
MVP.
one. There's one.
I'm sorry, dude, but Norm Van Brocklin can sleep soundly in his grave tonight.
Why are you anti Hurts MVP? I think it's a real thing.
I think
He's
there's a
just
very
pro
obvious
Norm
reason.
Van Brocklin.
Yeah.
Do you think Patrick Mahomes?
I mean, it's pretty obvious to everyone with eyes.
I think his stats are slightly better, but his
Much
record
better.
isn't. His impact on his team.
Record. Get out of here
is
when
the
you
same.
guys are buying your team.
Okay. I'm sorry that you feel that way, Danny.
Oh, I'm sorry you're dumb.
I'm sorry you guys are fighting. I don't know how to feel.